Hey everyone, it's Chris and welcome back to The Ridge. Today, we're cleaning out our Harman P61C pellet stove. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do it. I've gotten a lot of comments and emails about how easy or difficult it is to clean this thing. So I'm going to do it for you right now. If you're thinking about getting one of these amazing pellet stoves, I'm going to show you how easy it is to get this taken care of. So this thing can keep you warm all winter long. Join us!
Sweet Maple Ridge Farms. Come on down, everybody. Go!
Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. So today we're going to get to cleaning this thing. Now we've had this thing running since right around, I think, October. It is now December 7th. We have not cleaned this yet. We haven't even, well, I just did empty out the ashes. But we haven't emptied out the ashes. That should show you how efficient and how clean overall this thing runs. I'm gonna show you how to clean this thing. I'm gonna put this back in here for effect and take you through this beginning to end. Now, what are you gonna need? You're going to need a basic flathead screwdriver. You're going to need a paintbrush, just a cheap one. You're going to need a vacuum cleaner for ashes. Now, this is not a vacuum cleaner for ashes, but this thing has been off for quite a while. There's no hot anything in here, but if you were gonna clean yours out, get a ashes vacuum, specifically for ashes from Walmart. This is not that, but I'm good to go. I also failed to mention you are going to need an Allen wrench, just like this. It doesn't have to be this exact size, and this works perfectly. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is open this up. Now, Mrs. Sweet Maple Ridge, if you want to come in here and show everybody what this looks like in a very degraded state. You can see there is stuff everywhere. It's a wreck in there. So we're going to get all this cleaned out and like new. All right, so we have our ash pan in there. The stove also comes with one of these, which is absolutely perfect for scraping. So what I'm going to do is scrape all this first and foremost, get all this cleaned out of here. Now, right in here is where carbon deposits build up. Right in here. And that's where the starter, that's what gets hot in order to ignite the pellets. So the igniter's right in there. So when you have that buildup of carbon in there, it makes it harder to light. So you want to get rid of all that. And every so often, I think they say even once a day, you need to scrape this. Now, if you go a couple days without scraping it like I have, you'll notice that carbon that's built up. That's why I use this screwdriver. So we're going to go in the screwdriver. Miss Sweet Maple Ridge, if you just show them kind of what I'm dealing with here, you can see this is not going on, but you take this screwdriver and get rid of all that carbon in. It kind of builds up on the sides, it builds up in the creases there. You want to get rid of all that, because if you get enough of that to accumulate, it's not going to light. And you do not want that. Okay, and I'm going to show you kind of what we scraped out of there. See that? That was attached on there. And you get enough of that build up, it's not going to light. Next thing we're going to do is take our poker here. This is an Allen wrench. And Mrs. Sweet Maple Ridge, if you can zoom in there, you'll see that there's holes in there. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to clean out each and every one of these holes. I've actually never had one be clogged up before, but this is what the manual recommends, and so this is what we're going to do. This is what the air gets pushed out through here to ignite our pellets, and so you don't want these holes to get blocked. I'm going to do that for all these holes, and you got to be careful when you go down here. There are holes almost all the way down to the bottom, so you got to make sure you get each and every one of them. We'll be right back. Take my hands, clean this out. You definitely want to wear, here's the thing, you want to wear gloves when you're doing this, because the ash that comes off of this, it's sort of like, feels like it's kind of like corrosive maybe. You put down in the comments if you know maybe why that is. I mean, it's probably just because it's, ashes, but up here on top of these fire bricks, ash likes to accumulate, so I try to clean all that out. The next thing we're gonna do now is we're gonna not take apart, but we're gonna clean this firebox here. So the first thing we're gonna do is just take this, I just put that aside. We're gonna get all this cleaned up. The next step, guys, is really, really important. You don't do it, your stove is definitely not going to light if you let this go. It's not going to ignite. This is a super important step. All right, so what you want to do is take your firebox out of here. Okay. Mrs. Sweet Maple Ridge, can you zoom in on this little door here? There's a door here, and there's two little twist screws here, if everybody can see that. So what you want to do is loosen those up, not all the way, but loosen them up, okay? So that this little door can come off. Just note the way that it goes back on. Set that aside. Now, with your stove being cold, you want to take your gloved finger and put it in here. Now, see all this stuff coming out of here? This is ashes, but they're a lot coarser. These are ashes that are from inside of this firebox where the blower is, and they just fall down during the course of ignition and while lighting and all that. So you can see this almost looks like crumbles of something. It's definitely a different consistency. So what will happen if you don't clean this out is this will accumulate with this gravel, very coarse like substance, and it will fill up in there and it will prevent the igniter from lighting your pellet. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We really appreciate it. And I guess that absorbs all the heat and your pellets will not ignite. We've had that happen before where I haven't cleaned this thing out for like 3 months, and I've gone in here and this thing was absolutely full. And so you take that door off, clean it all out, put your door back on, and you're gonna be good to go. But this is a super, super, super important step. Okay, so we're good to go here. We're gonna pop this back on. It just slides right back on the same way that we took it off. We're gonna make sure to tighten those nuts here. Now we're gonna take our vacuum and we are going to clean all this out. All right, next step, we're gonna take our paintbrush and we're gonna clean this fan back here. You don't want to bend these fan blades because then it's going to cause it to wobble and not run properly. So we're gonna use this paintbrush to clean the ashes off the fan blade. And that's why the stove comes with a paintbrush. Now we're gonna keep on working to clean all this off. See this, guys? We're gonna clean all that out. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put our tray. You can see how nice and clean that looks now. Put this tray in there with the handle facing backward. All right, we're going to reinstall this. It fits right down on here, these little ledges, right on there. So that thing's perfect. We're gonna go ahead and close this. Make sure that that's latched. That looks good. And then I am just going to take a paper towel and wipe this off. Because a part of this stove, and I think, you know, it provides great heat, but I'll tell you one thing, it provides some pretty great ambiance too. So I just use a wet paper towel to do that. I wipe it, and I just wipe it again. And guys, that's it, we're done. We're gonna put all this stuff away. I'm gonna put this stuff in our bag for next time. And that's it. So we're gonna get this thing fired up. But that's it, guys. That's the video. If you want to be an OG Mapler like those amazing folks listed right here, and you want to continue learning how to rely less and create more from high atop the Allegheny Plateau, please like and subscribe. And guys, we'll see you next time out on the ridge.